Hey y'all, it is Julian, also known as Beer Thrift Machine. Today we're going to talk about 35 items that sold for me while I was on vacation, so stay tuned. Alright y'all, like I just said, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Julian, also known as the Beer Thrift Machine on YouTube, and I buy stuff and flip it online for a profit, mostly on eBay. So today we are going to talk about 35 items that sold for me while I was on vacation. I did have my eBay store on time away mode or vacation mode, so it had that banner stating when I was going to come back and for delays to be expected during shipping. And also I had upped all my items to 10 days for shipping. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started for this 35 what sold. The first one is going to be a TaylorMade Rack LT 6 iron. This is going to be, I sold a lot of 6 irons. These are all my 6 iron things I got a while back. So I've had this one for a little while, probably 3 or 4 months now, but it did sell for $14 and the buyer did pay shipping, and it was a right-handed club with a steel shaft. This one I got a little bit ago on an auction. This is paid off probably about 2 months or more. This is a vintage copper round large tray. It was 15 inches in diameter, so for $29 and the buyer did pay shipping. I have nothing into it at this time. When I bought it, I probably had 50 cents to $1 into it. These are some Craftsman made in the United States G2. That's the series numbers on the actual sockets. These are a 3/8 inch drive, and they went for $28 and the buyer did not pay shipping. It was free shipping. That goes in a padded flat rate for $7.52. Had those for a while, probably going on like 8 months now. This one right here is a Kango Tropic 504 cap. It was an extra large, had a small stain on one of the sides, and still went for $12.70 and the buyer did pay shipping. That sold fairly quickly. That was actually my attic lot that I got a while back, and that was in a pocket of a suitcase that was up in the attic, so not bad. This one right here didn't take long to sell. This is a Nike Air Jordan Windbreaker. It was new with the tags, but I had to wash it because it had some dust on it, and I did explain exactly what I did to it in the descriptions. It was a 2XL and it sold for $65 and the buyer did pay shipping. I had $10 into it at a auction. This one is a Callaway X20 6 iron. This is going to be a graphite shaft. This was a right-handed club. Went for $18 and the buyer did pay shipping again. That was probably 6 months to sell. This is just a Stanley 1-inch drive, 13mm deep socket. This is going to be a impact socket, so they sometimes go for more money. This one for $9, and I did a fixed shipping on this for $1.99. It only took me $3 to ship, so not bad there. This one is a Field & Stream shirt. I always pick these up. These are the heavy flannel shirts, and I got it for $4 at a Goodwill, and it sold for $19, and the buyer did pay shipping and did go into a padded flat rate. This is a Callaway Steelhead X16 6 iron extra light steel shaft. Went for $15 and the buyer did pay shipping. Again, took a while to sell. I have nothing into it. I'm all the profit on those 6 irons. This one right here, I have probably about $1 into it, maybe even less. Got it at an auction. The auction's already been paid off, but it was a Daiwa M200 with a graphite shaft, wide body driver. It went for $13 and the buyer did pay shipping. Took about 5 months to sell. This one is just a stainless steel straining ladle. Went overseas. We went for $15 and the buyer did pay shipping. This one right here is going to be a Mizuno 3 iron. S-Flex right-handed, and it says right there exactly what it is. Went for $30 and the buyer did pay shipping. That was not part of an auction lot. I actually picked that up at a Goodwill for $3. These I picked up for $6 at a Goodwill. They were brand new but didn't have laces. I didn't buy laces for them. I just put them online, and they are Bates Gore-Tex Mountain Combat boots. It's a size 7. And they went for $32 and the buyer did pay shipping. This is an air ratchet. Had this for a really long time. This was one of my first buys. I don't buy air tools anymore unless they're like Snap-on or Mac or something like that. This one right here was kind of a no-name in Excel, but it did go for $28 and the buyer did pay shipping. That did go in a padded flat rate, and I kind of like put a box inside the padded flat rate to make sure that thing wouldn't move around too much. I'm really running out of those Anna Lee things. This is one of the Anna Lee 7-inch chef. Has a little lollipop there, so pretty cool. But it went for $15 and the buyer did pay shipping, and that came out of that attic lock that I got about a month ago. These are 2 vintage deburring tools. I didn't know what a deburring tool was. Had to look these things up because they did have a part number. I have nothing in them at this time. Did take a couple months to sell. And they did go for $15 and the buyer did pay shipping. This one right here is a Pentex Iq Zoom 35mm point and shoot camera. It did work. I put batteries in it, took a picture, and it did cycle properly. And went for $16.50 and the buyer did pay shipping. This one right here is actually a Starrett number 223. This one's actually pretty special about how small it is. It's a micrometer, and that's why I went for $145 and the buyer did pay shipping on that. This one right here, I could have waited a little bit longer and got a slightly more money, probably about $10 more, but I sold it when somebody sent me a best offer. They paid, it was good. It was a Mizuno MP T11 wedge with a 64 degree right-handed club. It went for $39.10 and the buyer did pay shipping. These I've had for a really long time. They are M&M set of vintage Olympic hero cards. All of them were open and they did have a lot of condition issues. I explained all that on the description, and somebody paid $40 plus shipping on those. This one right here is a TaylorMade R11. Again, a 6 iron, have still a lot of 6 irons left. And this went for $18 and the buyer did pay shipping. This one right here is a Ping Eye 2 Plus as a black dot in the middle, so that's why you always want to say what color the dot is in the middle of those clubs. And this one went for $15 and the buyer did pay shipping. That was $3 at a thrift store. This one is a Betty's Best grooming tool for like a horse or a dog. It did so for $28 and the buyer did pay shipping. This is an old flip phone. I have very little money into this and sold fairly quickly, probably about a month, and I have about $1 into it. This is a Jitterbug flip phone, just red. It did work. I charged it up and it went for $18 and the buyer did pay shipping. This one right here is a digital recording interface device. I basically plugged it in and made sure the buttons kind of work, but that's all I did to it. I didn't really test it out, and I put that in the description, and it did go for $21 and the buyer did pay shipping. I have $5, I think, in that at a Goodwill. This one I don't have any money in anymore, but I've had it for a while. I picked up 4 vintage posters a while back for $10 a piece. My first one I sold for like $90 or $60 or something like that. But this one did sell for $27.50 with free shipping. It has to go priority because of the length of it, not so much the weight, but it was a vintage W.C. Fields 1966 poster. This one is a TaylorMade burner super steel single 5 iron, and this one was $3 in a thrift store. It did sell for $19.99 plus shipping. These are 2 vintage Stanley plastic torpedo levels and 1 JCPenney torpedo level, and they went for $19 and the buyer did pay shipping. I have nothing into them. They did take a really long time to sell. This is a youth Harley Davidson hat. I have probably 50 cents in this and it went for $8 and the buyer did pay shipping. This is just a single socket Craftsman G2. It's a 12 point, which is how many points are inside the socket, 3/8, 5/16, and this was going to be $8 with free shipping. Only costed about $2.50 to ship. This one is the Nativity Scene that I got out of the attic. I know I put this on my Instagram. People were like, hey, some Nativity Scenes are worth like thousands and thousands. This one not so much because I don't think that I had the correct year. I think the ones back in the 50s, like 1957 or something, seemed to be worth a lot more than my HX and my one 1965 piece that I had, but I'm still not complaining because I paid about $10 for this and I got $150 and the buyer did pay shipping. These are new with the tags, Levi's 524s, female jeans, and they did go for $35 and the buyer did pay shipping. I paid $6 for these at a Goodwill about a month ago. They sold pretty fast. This one right here is a Snap-on, just half-inch drive metric. Snap-on's always a good tool to sell, and this one for $15 and the buyer did pay $1.99 shipping. I did a fixed shipping on this one and it sold, but the shipping on this was very cheap, probably about $3, so I was only in the shipping for about $1. This one is a Woolrich men's denim work chore shirt. It had like elbow pads on it, very thick denim, had like a corduroy collar on it, and this was a really nice shirt and I got $22.40 and the buyer did pay shipping on this. This one is a 9 iron KZG forged. I have a couple of these and it doesn't seem like they're selling very fast, but this one did sell for $15 and the buyer did pay shipping. That was 35 what sold for me while I was on vacation. And if hopefully this has been educational, if you like this type of content, if you would, go ahead and subscribe, give me a comment down below and like the video. And you know, I'll catch you on the next one.